Are you tired every morning? Do you feel stressed before your day even begins? Today, you will learn English through a powerful story about a man who tried to fix his broken life by changing just one morning habit. But what he discovered changed far more than his schedule. Listen closely to every word. To improve your speaking today, use the shadowing technique. First, listen to me speak. Then, pause the video and repeat the sentence out loud using the same tone. Can one small morning decision bring you true peace? Let's find out. Chapter 1. The Alarm. Daniel hated the sound of 6 o'clock. Every morning his phone alarm shocked him awake. The room was cold and dark. The first thing Daniel did was grab his phone. He opened his emails. He checked the news. Immediately his heart beat faster. There were urgent messages from his boss. There were bad news stories from around the world. Before Daniel even put his feet on the floor, his mind was racing. He felt anxious. He felt unprepared. He rushed into the kitchen. He drank hot coffee too fast. He burned his tongue. I am always behind, Daniel whispered to himself. I am losing control of my life. He ran out the door, stressed, tired, and already defeated by the day. Chapter 2. The Broken Mirror. Daniel worked at a busy accounting firm in the city. Every day was the same. People shouted on the phone. Computer screens flashed red with errors. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Daniel felt completely exhausted. His head hurt constantly. One Tuesday, Daniel walked into the office bathroom. He looked into the mirror. He did not recognize the man looking back at him. His eyes were red. His skin was pale. He looked 10 years older. Is this my life? He asked the silent room. Suddenly, an older colleague named Arthur walked in. Arthur was the top accountant, but he never seemed stressed. Arthur always looked calm and happy. You look lost, Daniel, Arthur said gently. I'm tired, Arthur, Daniel admitted. I work hard, but I have no peace. How do you stay so calm? Arthur smiled and held up 3 fingers. The secret is not your job, Daniel. The secret is your first 60 minutes. Chapter 3. The Secret Rule. Daniel looked confused. My first 60 minutes? Yes, Arthur said softly. How do you start your morning? I check my phone, Daniel replied. I look at my work emails so I can prepare. Arthur shook his head. That is your mistake. When you touch your phone first, you invite the world's problems into your mind before you are ready. Arthur stepped closer and spoke in a serious voice. Tomorrow morning, try a test, Arthur said. For 7 days, do not touch your phone for the first hour. No screens, no news, no social media. What should I do instead? Daniel asked. Protect your peace, Arthur said quietly. Wake up early, drink water, look out the window, write your thoughts, let your brain breathe. Daniel hesitated. What if there is an emergency at work? Arthur laughed lightly. The world can wait 60 minutes for you, Daniel, but your sanity cannot. Chapter 4. The Dark Room. The next morning, Daniel's alarm rang at 6 o'clock. His hand automatically moved toward his phone. His fingers wanted to tap the screen. He felt a strong, nervous itch. Then he remembered Arthur's warning. Daniel forced his hand away. He pushed the phone into a desk drawer and closed it. The silence in the bedroom felt strange. It felt uncomfortable. Daniel sat up slowly on his bed. His heart was beating fast because he felt disconnected from the world. He stood up and walked to the kitchen. He did not rush. He poured a glass of cold water and drank it slowly. He stepped over to the living room window and pulled open the curtains. The morning sky was dark blue and purple. The street below was completely silent. For the first time in 5 years, Daniel just watched the sun rise. Chapter 5. The Mysterious Notebook. By day 3, Daniel felt an unexpected change happening inside him. His mind felt clear in the mornings, but he needed something to focus his thoughts. He found an old plain brown notebook in his closet. He took a black pen and sat by the sunny window. He wrote 3 simple sentences on the first page. I am safe today. I control my actions. I choose peace over stress. He read those sentences aloud every morning while holding his warm mug of tea. He noticed the small details around him. He heard birds singing outside his apartment. He smelled the fresh air coming through the open glass. When he finally opened his phone at 7 o'clock, something amazing happened. The frantic work emails were still there. The bad news stories were still there. But Daniel was different. He did not panic. He felt ready to face the day like a strong shield. Chapter 6. The Unexpected Test. On Friday morning, a major crisis happened at Daniel's company. A massive system failure erased several important financial reports. Everyone in the office was screaming and running around. Daniel's boss slammed his hands on the desk. We are going to lose our biggest client. We need to panic. In the past, Daniel would have cried or yelled back. His heart would have pounded with fear. Instead, Daniel took a deep breath. He remembered the quiet sunrise from 2 hours ago. He walked over to his computer with smooth, slow movements. His mind was sharp and steady. We do not need to panic, Daniel said in a soft, firm voice. I saved a second copy of those reports yesterday afternoon. The entire room went silent. His boss stared at him in complete shock. How are you so calm? His boss asked, catching his breath. Daniel smiled slightly. I reclaimed my morning. Now I own my day. Chapter 7. The Master of Mornings. 1 month later, Daniel walked down the city street toward his office. The weather was chilly, but he felt warm inside. He no longer rushed. He no longer burned his tongue on hot coffee. He passed a young worker on the sidewalk. The young man was staring intensely at his phone, tripping over the curb, looking anxious and tired. Daniel stopped and looked at the young man with deep empathy. He saw his old self. Peace is not something you find by accident at the end of the day. Peace is something you build on purpose at the start of the day. Your morning belongs to you, not to your phone, not to your boss, and not to the world. You have finished today's story. Great job on training your English listening skills. Now, it is time to practice your speaking using the shadowing technique. Replay this video from the beginning. Turn on the subtitles. Pause after every sentence and repeat the words out loud. Match my speed, my rhythm, and my pronunciation. If you practice this every day, your English confidence will grow just like Daniel's peace. Did you like this story? Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below telling us about your morning routine, and I will see you in the next lesson.